Welcome everyone, Gaussam here with another video. Today we are going to play a game called Guess the Player. The rules are quite simple. I'm going to invite contestants and show them few clips of one player from a single game. Their task is to assess the skill of the player and in the end guess his nickname. As a quick warm-up, can you guess the purple player from this clip? I bet you can. Let me know in the comments, and now let's meet our today's guest. In the first ever episode, I'm joined by Fearless
Hello guys, hello everyone.
and Rock Reborn.
Hello everyone, I'm happy to be here.
Welcome guys! Today I'm going to show you clips of 3 different players. Each clip will contain 4 different moments from the same game. After each clip, I will ask you to drop me a message with a nickname of the player that you think he was playing. If you will guess correctly, you get a point. If both of you will be wrong, I will be giving you the hints as long as at least one of you guess correctly. So guys, how do you feel about that? Do you think you will be able to guess correctly? Rock.
Well, I felt a bit stressed. I hope I will find at least 1 point, and I will have it, and we'll see what will happen.
And what about you, Fearless? Ain't you a little bit scared of the fact that Rock plays at least one random every day?
Yeah, I am very much scared, and I think it will be tough for me, especially considering I don't really follow other players. In replays, I tend to focus on my own game, but we'll see.
Okay, I see. So good luck to both of you, and let's jump to the first clip. Quickly before we start, I would like to encourage all of you to guess together with my guests. And now, let's begin.
Okay, we have an Amazon player here that narrows down a lot of choices.
It seems that this player knows how to handle with the proportions of the builders and shovelers. So I believe it might be a player who knows what he's doing, but I'm not sure. Judging on the color, I'm sure it's surely not our friend who is hosting this show, because he never uses this color.
What about Softcake? Have you seen him play orange?
Not really. He mostly plays dark green color in most of the cases. So I would say it's not him. And well, but we can judge by the further game. If this player knows what he's doing, it's definitely not Softcake.
His build is fine, but I think he made too many pioneers in this case.
Oh, it's the building transformed. Yeah, there's a large house and no other residents at this moment, so it's definitely not Softcake.
Look how late it is. It's 15 minutes already, and the spot wasn't that bad, so I think it should have been faster. It's going for early gems. Okay, I already have my.
Yeah, and there's Honey, beekeeper. So I think we both know who it is.
I don't know. I'm suspecting, but
Yeah.
I think the strong guys. It has a pretty good mountain too, so it may be Yodhan P.
Yeah, I think I'm close to be sure, but
There's no farm, right? Four labs, late level 2, building another big not temple, the residence. Still haven't seen the farm. Interesting.
yeah, no farm and 3 quick beekeepers is a sign of one of the quite known players, I think. I'm sure I have been killed by this player at least once, and I have killed this player many more times, I think. Well, what we can be sure is that it's quite easy to rush the player we see.
He's suffering lack of food, lack of coal in this case.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that such a greedy player doesn't build a quick farm. I mean, if you're so greedy, why you're not completely greedy, right?
Not sending the ion bus to kind of overflowing them. Greedy at the very beginning, and the spot is also good. I don't think he's the top of the top, but isn't too bad either. I hope we'll see him fight.
I wonder why this problem with coal is so big. I mean, is it a matter of coal mines that are bad, or maybe too late farms?
I think there's just not enough coal mines. I think there's only 2, 3.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
That's all for the first clip. I feel like you already know who that is, so let's jump straight to guessing. Please send me your answers. I already knew your answers and I would like to know your thinking process. Fearless, could you tell us who did you get and why?
My guess is it's Sturm. I think I'm pretty confident with my choice. I think he's known for being greedy and building a lot of like labs early on, making gold and stuff. Because of it, he dies often too. I was a bit surprised he had a bad transition into the mid game, but maybe it was just a bad game for him. But other than that, I think it's just Gaviter.
Okay. And what about Urok?
Well, my guess is exactly the same as Fearless. This, very quick beekeepers that has been built very early is very typical for Give It a Storm. And of course, building so many labs, so many gem mines and sulfur mines so quickly. I was just very surprised that Give It a Storm is not building any early farm. However, I remember from playing with him that he tends not to build a farm, even though he builds quick beekeepers. So he sees lack of silver is a bigger threat to his gameplay than lack of coal. So I was quite sure very quickly that it's Give It a Storm.
I see. Yes, it's indeed Gaviter. It was quite easy for you, I think. He's known for going for fast gold, usually with greedy build, as you've mentioned. You're both awarded with 1 point, congratulations, and let's see how you'll do in the second clip.
A Roman guy this time, black. I'm always sort of curious if I will be one of those players in the clips.
Yeah, me too. I mean, judging by the color, and that's a Roman player, I think I already know who this is, but you will see.
You do?
Yeah.
It's by the color. I have no clue.
Yeah, but I just think that it's a very remarkable player, so Gaussen could have used this one. If it was black player playing Egypt, that would also be quite obvious for most of the people. But it's obviously not an Egypt player.
I'm worrying because I have no bloody idea. He isn't that great, I don't think, right? There's the buildings are all over the place.
Yeah. It's definitely not the biggest settlers free talent.
Okay, early winery. Okay, that's a clue, I think. Mid game this time. Farm, not too bad a build. Another farm. Do you still think it's the person you thought it was before?
I still think it's probable. Do you see? I'm curious. Do you see a lot of problems here in this game so far, or it's like quite okay?
It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I didn't see like what happened in the middle, but I mean the beginning was kind of not the greatest, but the proportions are right in terms of buildings.
Yeah, but
Yes,
the
settlers.
this forest is a mess. It's a very huge mess.
Yeah, but it works. So.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of space too. That's also a problem.
I'm baffled.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm sure.
early charcoal, even though he's still building. Oh, the farm on the right is interesting too.
You know, this player, if that's who I think, has a sign move, and the sign move is showing us who this person is.
Oh, he's making gold, so maybe that's the thing you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, black color, Roman, and making gold. So there's like 3 things that are leading me to one answer possible. But 6 wineries, that's quite a lot.
I didn't count, but he had a lot of small temples. That's what I saw. He isn't very aggressive, that's for sure. I don't think he
Yeah.
attacked so far. Around hour, and he has all the soldiers. I think he produced. He isn't playing too bad. The spot was fairly good, so maybe that's why I get the wrong impression. But oh, there's an attack coming. Good. Whoever is defending isn't really fast on the reaction time. Okay, he moved now. I mean,
How would you judge the quality of this attack? And
I mean, it was alright, but the forces are so overwhelmingly in Black's favor that it's very hard to judge whether it's a good or bad attack. I mean, he just sent all the soldiers in. Oh, there's more reinforcements coming from the north.
There we go with his towers. Yeah, but I think it could have been done better, the way this person attacked.
And he didn't have to do much, but I mean, the attack was fine, and he is backing off at more or less the correct timing. There's a
Yeah, I mean, the macro was fine, but you could have done it way better. For instance, you would do it way better, I believe.
So that's it for the clip number 2. Please send me your guesses on private message. Okay, I already have your answers. Let's start this time with Rock, who that is and why.
Okay, so as I've been saying through this video, I believe it's Simo, as he has a gold smelter. Simo likes to build gold smelters. I've been talking with him once about it, that he prefers to have his own gold. His forest wasn't too perfect, and however, Simo is quite experienced player, but he's not the most clean player, and he still makes some mistakes. He's not too active, so he won't attack too quickly. But on the other hand, he still has some initiative, so he finally attacked when he felt comfortable. So that's why I think it's Simo. And of course, Simo is like always playing with a black color when he is able to, and he always plays Romans, or mostly plays Romans. So I'm quite convinced it's Simo.
What about you, Fearless?
I also said it's Simo Kane, but I'm not completely sure. Rock gave me a few hints, but maybe these were fake. Maybe it's another Italian player. If it's the great, I wouldn't be too surprised, because I think the early game wasn't the greatest, but when we jumped into like an hour like 10 minutes, it was surprisingly too good for Simo Kane. So I'm now a bit hesitant, because I know the great plays with Black Hole as well. Yeah, but I'm not changing my guess, so it's Simo.
I agree with Fearless that it also could have been the great, possibly. But I think the great is slightly better.
So I'm quite surprised, because it is indeed Simo Kane, but yeah, I thought that his like most recognizable move is a gold smelter, which was in third clip, and Rock guessed like immediately only because the color was black. So for the next episode, I probably should, maybe, I don't know, change color of the players, as you can see. But yeah, it's indeed Simo Kane, so both of you are correct. Again, let's hope that the third clip will be a little bit harder for you guys.
We're just too good. Another Roman guy.
Yeah, this time I cannot judge basing only on the color.
You don't know anyone that plays blue?
Well, I know that many people play blue.
I don't know any player that plays exclusively blue.
Well, exclusively, I know no one as well.
3 towers early on. I'm not sure if they're necessary.
Yeah, that's quite unique. Most of the people start with two towers. It's wrong.
The build is pretty standard so far. 2 small houses. Okay, he definitely knows how to build the wood production.
Three wineries.
4. There's a
Four.
one.
A farm.
It's greedy too. Two fishes early on.
Yeah, very quickly.
Adding a
Is
third,
two sawmills.
but he'll probably add the third one soon. He's not building the second farm, the only one before the weaponsmith. It's going to be very tough.
Yeah, for now on, I have no idea.
He's not sending the fish. A slight misplay there, but nothing too crazy. And the third, the forester, not the greatest either. Quite surprised because the second one's perfect. Oh no, he jumped so far in.
It's 1 hour.
Look how many farms he has.
Yeah, the farm information will be very important. Quite a lot of soldiers. Quite a lot of farms. A dark green roam. That can be you. On the right of this player.
You think so? Maybe.
Yeah, you like to play this color. So
Yeah, I do.
if this person plays with you in the team, it can be a Polish player. I see a lot of farms. We have to check if there's iron mine. Because if there are iron mines, it's definitely not Matti, who always complains about lack of farms.
It's
And
too
the
good
Iron Man.
spot for Matty. Yeah.
Yeah, the spot is too good for Matti.
Maybe it's him though. Oh, the attack. So they're both attacking, which means they must have a lot of gold.
Yeah. Quite a lot of weaponsmith. They're definitely coordinating what they're doing.
And the attack is also nice. That it's like all over the front. They're not pushing in one direction, trying to split the army.
It's definitely a good player. It's this person.
But the green isn't me though. I don't think it's me, because the converts in the north were pretty poor.
Yeah,
He's using control in the middle.
Of that, but you're right.
Control. Oh, that was actually nice.
Oh, yeah.
The control. They both moved at the same time.
Well, but even the best players make mistakes. So the dark green actually might be you. Let's focus on the blue.
Yeah, it's a shame it's so short. I think I'd like to see more of that, but I have my guesses.
That one is definitely harder. Let's see what you will come up with.
A very important question. Do we consider General as a Polish player or not?
Yes, we do consider him as a Polish player.
Yeah, that's a running joke about him.
Yeah, he doesn't like that probably, but we have to consider him as our Polish player. Okay, so finally you have different answers, which is quite good, I would say. So let's start with Fearless.
My guess it's ZWQ. I'm not sure if I mean, I assume it's it's a Polish guy. I'm not sure why, but I just did. I remember him playing that color, so this theory holds. He's very good in like developing very tight builds, and if he has a good spot, he will like get 10 farms by the hour. And yeah, I mean there was some smaller mistakes, but overall I think he's the blue guy was a very good player, and ZWQ is a very good player. Well, I'm not sure who was the dark green. I don't think it was me, but they probably were coordinating on Discord, and ZWQ uses Discord, so that's my guess.
I don't really believe that you believe that it's you. Like, there's not too many soldiers, right?
Could have just bad spot, I don't know.
Maybe. What about you, Rock?
Well, I think it might be Matti, so I also think that might be a Polish player. Because of this coordination between each players, so I believe it's people are coordinating here their actions on Discord. Well, having so many farms, it's a thing I also do in Settlers 3, and I have learned it from Matti. So well, this is why I think it's possibly him. He tends to build quite a lot of buildings too, and there were moments in which this person had a lot of buildings. I also, for a moment, thought it might be DJ Fungis. I don't know how to pronounce it, because he tends to have 3 very quick farms. But I think that he has them before the weaponsmith. I'm not sure, so it could have been one of them. But most definitely, I think it's Matti. But I'm not sure. It's just a guess.
So I will tell you that it's not a Polish player. So
Oh wow, really?
yeah. So I probably shouldn't accept your answer, Rock, but if I won't, I'm afraid you won't guess it again. In the end, it is Dufingis. It's quite tricky as he didn't build his usual fast farms. I think he meant to, as even in the clip we can see that he brought a plank to it, but in the last second he changed his mind and built a weaponsmith instead. He's also one of few players that are definitely better in late game than early mid game, at least in my opinion. I guess round of applause to you, Rock, for guessing this tough one. With the last round you've managed to enter ahead and win, Rock. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And finally, I have won 101 with Fearless. Well, this is, of course, one of the many that are upcoming. This one is in the context of the YouTube, but hope that some days they will happen in the context of the Settlers 3. So, Fearless, I hope that you will be fearless no more.
Sure, maybe you can't beat him in a game, but in a guessing, you are definitely a champion. As a fun fact, I will add that in May, Rock played 100 random games, which is absolutely nuts, at least in my opinion. Guys, that's all for today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you too. Thank you, Fearless, for a nice fight, and for Gaussen for hosting this beautiful show.
Thank you very much. I'll get my revenge next time, I hope.